Hello and welcome to Sample of the Week. This week we are looking at the Antique Harmonium, which was tucked away at the back of Spitfire Audio Studio, which is interesting. So this is probably an employee, I don't know, but it's recorded in that dry soundstage and it comes with all the creaks and groans of this antique instrument. It's definitely an interesting one. Bread and butter for this sort of sound if this is what you are looking for. So what do we have? 3 stereo pairs, 3 round robins, only 1 dynamic layer. Now here's an interesting debate, and I don't know the answer to it. Which do you think is better? More dynamic layers or more round robins? I think personally I would go for more dynamic layers, at least in my experience, and even with doing all these videos, I think I've come to realize dynamic layers are almost nicer. I don't know. I think maybe a mix of both is probably better, but that's a debate I think we could all go on for a while about. Anyway, a couple nice microphones. I love a good old SM57 for the pedal trash mic, and made by this lovely gentleman. Lovely little UI. That's the Contact one. I actually prefer the Decent Sampler one, which is what we are looking at. So this is 100% free. We're using both the Decent Sampler and its Pianobook, so everything is free. Reviews, well, sound and character out the roof. Playability, I would disagree. It's nice. Yeah, you do have a bit of creak and groan, but that comes with the instrument. So let's move into the Decent Sampler and have a little tinker and just play it as we see it and see what we get out of it. Okay, I'm already noticing a couple of little things, and Angus, if you're watching, a little update wouldn't go amiss. I'm noticing the bottom velocity layers. If I do this, you can see on my screen I'm definitely hitting some MIDI notes, but we're hearing nothing. So the bottom layer is extinct, and you might have noticed a couple of clicks or slight glitches. Now I have double and triple checked, and I've compared it with other patches. It is not my computer. I was really worried that some of those clicky bits were my computer, but the thing is there is a release, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't think I'm overloading it. I've literally got my computer screen bits next to me and my computer's fine. So see right there, that little click, that little glitch. I don't know if that's the sample just cutting out or if something else is going on behind the door. But as I said, I've compared it to other stuff and it only happens now and then. And if you can avoid it on your computer, great. But it almost makes it unplayable, which is a shame because it is a beautiful sample and there is so much to offer here. We have 3 different positions and lots of different bits and bobs. That creaky groany bit, I would like to turn it down. And I've already gone through these different positions and you can't, which is a shame. Although I do feel the back is probably the better option. And the samples only go for so long, which is a shame because actually an instrument like this, I would almost want a drone at the back because I know for organs and even things like this, a nice elongated long bass and maybe a little solo up the top. Almost getting sea shanty vibes. Has one of those dropped out? Yeah, that one's dropped out. Shame, because this, it sounds great, but it's a bit glitchy. Let's pull some of these off and just go through them. I'm almost getting too much creaky and groany with that one. Not enough sound. Okay, let's go for the treble bass. See, it's such a lovely sound, and when it works, it's great. Isn't that the same with most things in life? Wow, okay. I want the opposite of that. I want one that's not the pedals. But I guess with this instrument, naturally, because of the way it works, you have to use your foot, basically. If you might already know this, to produce the sound. So it's like a little pump. So you use your feet to feed air into this machine to make the sound. So you are naturally going to get quite a bit of pedal. Let's go with front and back with a little bit less front. And put a little bit of reverb on, see how that sounds. The dynamics are a little bit all over the place as well. I can definitely see where the 3 stars for playability come from now. Let's move on and look at the Antique Harmonium swells as well. Let's see what's going on in here. And no feet. And no glitching. Oh, actually, kind of. If I'm honest, I prefer this one. This is saving it. This has saved this instrument. I was debating whether to post this video now, but this has saved it. This is actually really nice, and I really like the subtle pedal in this because you can kind of just hear it. When you put the note on, when they're just hitting that pedal, and it's really nice and subtle, and these swells are almost the perfect length where you can. And it's fixed all the glitching, but that, as far as I'm aware, is something that probably can be fixed with an update. So Angus, if you're out there, couple little tweaks, and this thing would be 5 stars all around, because you've already got 5 stars on your sound and character, and I would completely agree. It's just your playability. With the initial patch, this one, love it. Because, yeah, that little bit there. Just a little bit, and that I love. Gives it a nice little bit of character. I'm getting sea shanty medieval vibes with this, which I guess kind of makes sense. But we'll leave it there. Download it at your own leisure. I would highly recommend using this side of the instrument until the other bit gets a little bit of a fix. For some reason, this one seems more balanced as well with the dynamic layers. I'm not feeling like I'm hitting something and it's not sounding right. But let's leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.